Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Peachy from Summer School Biology, and today we're going to be looking at land biomes. So first of all, let's look at the definition of a biome, and these are geographic areas that have similar climates and ecosystems. They are determined primarily by rainfall and temperature over the course of a year, or average climate in that area. Okay, you'll see various names of these systems, or these biomes, I should say. Here we have tundra, taiga, temperate forest, tropical rainforest, grassland, and desert. We may also see some that are more specific. For example, you might have grasslands, savannas, you may have coniferous forests or scrublands. There's just lots of different names depending on how specific you want to be, depending on which system you're looking at. So it's not the most consistent system across all of biology, but what really ties them together is that the abiotic factors is what determines the biome. And this is specifically average temperature and the rainfall, which is climate essentially. Okay, so let's look here at these graphs I want to show you. These are what are called climatograms. And climatograms are they are graphs that show you the relationship between temperature and rainfall on a month-by-month basis. And now this is average rainfall, so it's not like, 1 year is going to determine this, but it's determined over many years. Rainfall is written as a bar graph and temperature as a line graph. So as you can see, we can look at what's going on in those particular areas. So the first one we have is a tundra up in the upper left-hand corner, and this is in Barrow, Alaska. As you can see, we have precipitation is pretty low throughout the year in a tundra, but temperature does vary. Colder in the winter, warmer in the summer, back cold again in the winter, so we have seasonal changes in temperature. We have more precipitation here in the taiga. So this is a little bit warmer of an area, and you're getting more of a seasonal change in temperature, kind of a rainy season here in the summer months. But again, you also have the seasonal changes in temperature as well as those seasonal changes in rainfall. Then we have mid-latitude deciduous forest, where it's pretty moist all year, but you also still have that seasonal variation in temperature. And then over here we have the tropical rainforest, where temperature is pretty much even all year long. Rainfall is much higher here in the winter months, and it goes down here in the summer and back high again. In general, you have to make sure you pay attention to where these are located and that you're dealing with, which hemisphere you're dealing with, knowing when winter and summer is. Kansas, this is a mid-latitude grasslands. Again, you get those seasonal variations in temperature, very similar to the taiga. As far as its temperature, it's a little bit higher, just between the two of these actually. And you get seasonal changes in rainfall. So this is what's differentiating grassland from the deciduous forest. And then finally you have a mid-latitude desert, very little precipitation, but you do have seasonal changes in temperature. You might imagine that if you had like a tropical desert, that you would have, rainfall like it's in, temperature like in the tropical rainforest, but rainfall like in the mid-latitude desert. So they'd be very similar to each other. Okay, so I think this first one we're looking at here is, what is it? Okay, so this must be our taiga, or tundra. I don't have it written down for some reason, I got messed up. So as you can see, and I'll move my picture over here, it just tends to be dry, very little with plant life, cold summers, very short, 24, so this is the tundra. So summer has 24 hours of sunlight, however, the winter would have 24 hours of darkness, poor soil, constant layer of permafrost, so there's an area that never ever will thaw, even in the summer months. And some of the plants of the tundra: reindeer moss, which is a lichen, true mosses, grasses, small shrubs, and flowers. Many of these are summer only, and they bloom all at the same time. Here are some examples of these plants found in the tundra. And some animals we see in the tundra: insects, snowy owls, hares, caribou, musk oxen, lemmings. Cute. Okay. Alright, so we have the forest biome here. And as you can see, this is a little bit of a lower latitude, so it's a little warmer. These have different plants, coniferous trees, mosses, other animals you may have seen before: wolves, bears, badgers, wolverines. We have the temperate deciduous forest. This is kind of where we are here in Wisconsin. A lot of the stuff that we're familiar with: oak trees, hickory trees, maple trees, shrubs, wildflowers, ferns, deer, fox, animals you are familiar with, right? Things you probably have seen around your neighborhood, maybe. Squirrels. So there's lots of different biomes. I'm not going to go through them all in this little video here. So what you're going to be doing for your assignment is you will actually be picking and researching one of these biomes and creating your own slideshow that you'll be presenting for the class. And I'm interested in seeing the type of animals and plants that you're able to find within a specific biome. And all of the details can be found on our Google Classroom. And there is a rubric as well as the instructions on what to do for that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.